Tony, first question. How are the Gwynns doing?
We're doing all right. We're doing all right. It's been hard, obviously, but I think we're learning to put one foot in front of the other and just go along the best we can.
How about for baseball? How cathartic has baseball been for you, and just focusing on the game and not having to think about just how tough this year has been?
It's been hard, honestly. I think, especially when my dad was going through and he was sick, it was really hard. It was hard for me to separate, off field, on field, especially with my dad, because everything about the baseball field reminds me of him. So it was hard. When I got designated for the 2 weeks I was at home, I think that kind of helped a little bit as far as being able to refocus on baseball and kind of, because this game is hard. You got to be able to solely focus on it, or you're not going to be productive at all. So I think really the last month, or August, has been really the first month I've been able to kind of just lock in on baseball and get through the days. It doesn't make it any easier, but I've been able to do a better job of blocking it out as far as when it comes to baseball.
You know how beloved your pops is and was here in San Diego. There's a statue out there, in the park. But have you been overwhelmed by this reaction you've got from your baseball family? When you go from place to place.
Absolutely. I couldn't tell you. I mean, I can't even count anymore how many times following my dad's passing, going to play different teams, each individual that came up and either wanted to give their condolences or tell me something that how my dad impacted their life, big or small. It's been countless occasions it's happened that way. Baseball family and non-baseball, walking the street, people who might recognize me, especially here at home. It's been therapeutic for me to some sense in hearing how my dad's impacted people's life and know that his time on this earth, as short as it wasn't wasted at all.
Biggest impact your dad had to you as a man? Because to who you are today, it's funny. You'll talk to anybody who knows you a bit, and they'll say, you know what, your dad's legacy is his son.
I do my best to make him proud. I think the biggest impact he has is on me as family-wise. How to be a good husband. I'm still learning to be a better husband, but how to be a good husband, how to be a good father, how to conduct yourself as a professional and as a family man. Those things are the impact that are with me on an everyday basis.
How about being here in San Diego, back at Petco Park? And I know your dad never played here, but when you for all of us, when you hear San Diego Padres, you're always seeing Tony Gwynn. How is it for you being back in San Diego?
It's nice. I mean, it's home. So obviously, anytime you're in the big leagues and you have a chance to come to San Diego, you always look on the schedule, see when that trip is. This is the first time for me it's been this late, and this is the first time I've been able to spend 4 days. So I enjoy it. I enjoy coming back here. Whether I'm on whatever team I'm on, I enjoy coming to this stadium. It's still one of the most beautiful parks in all of baseball, in my opinion.
What kind of plans do you have for your off season?
Oh man. I'm definitely going to go on a vacation with my wife. What else is there? Is there something that I mention? Yeah, I don't know if I want to mention that yet. I don't want to mention that yet. Okay. But yeah, I mean, vacation. Really, I just want to spend some time with my mom. Make sure she's doing all right. This is, like I said, this has been really hard on her. And I want to make sure she is in a good spot, as well as get to spend some time with my kids. I haven't seen them in a while, and I think they're about tired of baseball. They're ready for me to come home.
Last thing I want to ask you, it's a funny, we'll always say, hey, when I used to watch Tony Gwynn Jr. run around the queue when he was like 5 years old. Look at you now, you make us feel old. You had that moment for yourself. Can you please take me through that?
Man, so around that time when I was running around here, the only really other kid that was close to my age was Brett Bochy, and I had the experience of facing him last year, and he got me out, lined out to left, and he waited in that dugout, their home dugout, for me to get done. We had won the game, we were shaking hands, and he waited for me to get done to kind of mouth out to me, I got you out. So seeing him throw in the big leagues for the first time a couple days ago was was, man, I'm getting old moment for me. You know, I mean, I remember he's 6, 7 years younger than me, and seeing him on the bump, getting a big leaguer out, it was pretty exciting for me. I enjoyed watching, although it did make me feel old.
Is it going to upset you if your kids grow up to be Clippers fans?
Absolutely. It would break my heart if my kids end up being Clipper fans. I hope that they learn from their dad that that is not okay and that you must be a Laker fan.
Tony, thank you so much for the time, and I'll tell you this, I know a lot of us are going to love it when we hear the number 19, Tony Gwynn, announced at Petco Park. So it is great to talk to you, and hey, love to you, love to the family.
Thank you, Marty.